Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As Muslims, we recite a particular chapter of the Quran after Surah Al-Fatiha 10 times each day. That's 2 times for each obligatory prayer, in the first as well as the second ruk'ah unit. But which chapters are we actually recommended to recite? Which are we not allowed to recite? And what are some rules in this regard? Well, according to the school of Ahl al-Bayt, the chapter we choose after Surah Al-Fatiha must be recited in its entirety. The chapters we cannot recite in the obligatory wajib prayers are the following 4. Number 1, Surah Al-Sajdah, chapter 32. Number 2, Surah Fussilat, chapter 41. Number 3, Surah Al-Najm, chapter 53. And number 4, Surah Al-Alaq, chapter 96. This is because they contain wajib, obligatory prostrations. And if we do recite these chapters after Surah Al-Fatiha in the obligatory prayers, we must perform the sajda, the prostration, immediately, which then invalidates the prayer. So, which chapters are recommended then? According to jurists, it is recommended that in all prayers we should recite Surah Al-Qadr, chapter 97 of the Holy Quran, in the first ruk'ah, and Surah Al-Ikhlas, chapter 112, in the second ruk'ah. Now these two have been indeed recommended in reliable hadith from the Holy Prophet and his pure progeny. It is actually disapproved, makruh, not to recite Surah Al-Ikhlas at least once in a day in our obligatory prayers. Reciting it at least once in each salah though is not wajib. Also, it's not recommended to recite the same surah in the second ruk'ah as the one recited in the first ruk'ah in a particular wajib salah after Surah Al-Fatiha, except if it's Surah Al-Ikhlas. How amazing is Qul Huwallahu Ahad. However, this shouldn't necessarily stop us from reciting other chapters in salah. Sometimes alternating the chapters is useful to maintain concentration in prayer and not switching on to autopilot mode. Don't forget though, if we recite Surah Al-Duha, chapter 93, we must straight away recite Surah Al-Inshirah, chapter 94, with a Bismillah in between. Similarly, if we decide to recite Surah Al-Fil, chapter 105, we must immediately recite Surah Quraysh, chapter 106, with a Bismillah in between, as narrations have pointed to these two sets as parts of the same chapter. It is also worth mentioning that if we start reciting any surah after Surah Al-Fatiha, we can change to another one provided we haven't recited at least half of it already. The exception here though is Surah Al-Kafirun, chapter 109, and, you guessed it, Surah Al-Ikhlas. So, if I start reciting any of these two, I must finish them. There are slight exceptions for Friday prayers and prayers on Friday. If you have any questions, please feel free to submit using the form on our website, islamiced.org.